How are you there, guys? And welcome to another little catch up here with obviously Lucas Moragas tonight and Benny, as always. How are you, Benny?
I'm good, mate. Happy that it is Friday.
It is a Friday. Recording this on a Friday. You guys will be listening to this Saturday morning, weekend. Happy days. Big shout out before we go any further to our major sponsor, Gabriel Ma, optometrist at Jesmond. If you haven't got in there to go get your eye care needs, be sure to go in there and do so. I believe Claire Qualo was in there the other day getting her glasses and stuff sorted out, so feel free. It's now Jets affiliated. The Jets guys are in there. So, Lucas, if you need anything, mate, pop down there.
New pair of sunnies.
New pair of sunnies, mate. Absolutely. Rocking the Makos lately. So,
coming in.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. Come in handy. So, anyway, mate, how have you been, buddy? How's the last couple of weeks been?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I've been training hard. Gotten a few minutes under my belt, which I didn't expect so early on in the season. But no, things are going well.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe your first start.
Yes, it is my first start in the A League. Yeah.
How was it? How was it for you, mate? Are you nervous?
I wasn't too. To be fair, I was pretty nervous for a couple of days before it, but it's very different to coming off the bench. I'll tell you that.
I'd have figured that starting would have been easier than watching Hoffy get injured 4 minutes into the opening match and then being thrown into the deep end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, funny enough, that's the first time I've ever played right back in my life.
Which was going to be one of my questions to you. I was going to say, how's a permanent switch to right back, or you're happy to go back where you need to be?
Look, I am pretty comfortable on the left side, but if they need me on the right, I'll do the best I can. I'll do my job.
That's it.
But
That's it.
I adapted during that game. Just had to adjust, and I got it. And then the next week, I worked on playing right back and tried to work on that.
Yeah, well, obviously first game against Central Coast Mariners, 1-0 loss. And then we won't go in too much into that because that's painful enough just to say that.
Yeah,
obviously, it was it wasn't fantastic. We didn't overly play too bad, I don't think, but I think Central Coast definitely showed a different side to what they did last season. So I think the results of the moment, them sitting top of the table, definitely not what Newcastle Jets fans want to see. But at the end of the day, I suppose it's a good. I think it's probably reassuring from a position like us at the moment. We've been in a fair bit of trouble, obviously financially and everything else. But
there's a lot of issues.
So have they. In some sense, to see them coming out the other side, obviously, should give us as fans and obviously players as well a bit of hope, saying, "Well, shit."
I've been saying it year on year that the Mariners they're getting there. They're getting there, and it's gonna. I did mention a couple of times. They're gonna beat us eventually, and we should all be somewhat happy about that because it's one thing to win the derby, but at the end of the day, there's no point in playing that derby if it's not competitive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. So we'll quickly touch on the Western Sydney game. Obviously, massive game for Jets fans. Probably even more so for you guys as well, I suppose, as players. Obviously, Carl come in and
Carl coming back.
Yeah, Carl came in obviously last season, done the job that he was set out to do. We looked good. Back end of the season, everything was great. I believe, he bought you in as well, didn't he?
He did.
He got the contract, getting the main
contract in the first team.
That's it. So, as I said, he done the right things. He got us the right players. But obviously, on the other, what was it like playing against him?
Coming into the match, obviously we were familiar with how he's going to play. Yeah. So we knew he was going to play with wing backs and a lot of the style that we played towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
I mentioned that to you too, Josh. It was basically a carbon copy.
It was.
It was literally
It was pretty similar.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, you know, we went out there. You know, we were pretty confident that we we're going to come away with the 3 points, and we did have our chances to do that.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, we've got to finish those chances, which will come soon, definitely.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Obviously, I think the biggest downer on that whole day, obviously, other than getting beat by them, was the fact that friggin' Ziggy Gordon scored.
Yeah, it was against the run of play as well.
I can't believe the fact that the amount of games he played for the Central Coast and got nothing. He rocks up at Western Sydney Wanderers and then friggin' finally scores a goal. I'm like, are you kidding me?
And that goal was at the worst possible time. Like we had that thought of them scoring against us was the least on my mind. Like it was just so unexpected for them to score in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were dominating in that early stage.
Yeah.
We dominated most of the game. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest disappointment out of it. It wasn't one side. Obviously, the scoreline doesn't show that it was one-sided, but I mean, it's disappointing. How do you think? How do you think the front up front's going to go? Obviously, we lost a Beanie. Let's be honest. With all the dramas and all the controversy and everything else with it, he's a big loss. Let's not. I'm glad he missed the sitter. I don't know whether he was that's a thank you to us. Sorry how shit went down. I'll miss this one. If I get another one though, you're in trouble. But he missed a sitter for us, thank Christ. But do you think much needs to happen up front? Like obviously, I don't think Roy's getting much ball. Do you guys feel the same sort of way? He's not getting the service he probably should.
Yeah. He a bit of service will help him a lot, I think.
Yeah.
We have brought in some replacements for obviously a Beanie and Dimmy.
Yeah.
For the attacking options, like we haven't seen much of Tete Yangi, the new signing, but at training he's been he's been quality at trainings, and I think a bit of game time for him. You'll start to see like some positive signs from him, definitely.
Yeah, well, that was something definitely I was going to suggest. Obviously, speak to you about was obviously some of the signings and stuff like that. How they settled in, and what can we expect to see from these guys? Are they, what are their strengths?
Yeah, well, like I said, Tete, he's tall. Obviously, he can just shield the ball. He's one of those players that just shields, can run at players, and he always finds the bottom corner in his finishes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's fitting in really nicely, and a bit of game time will do him good.
Yeah, Yule's looking pretty good.
Yule, he's a new signing. He's
Thank you, Western United.
Yeah. No, he's electric. He's enthusiastic in his style of play, which is really good for the club. It gives some variety up front, with Roy being more of that. He's a different style of striker, Roy, compared to Valentino. And those two, at trainings you can see it. They do some really good link ups, even with Rami at 10. Like he's very, very good, and it's unbelievable how young he is for his quality.
Yeah, he's definitely been a class act, in my opinion. In my opinion, he might have got edged out by Boogs against Western Sydney, but definitely against the Coast, he was amazing.
Yeah.
He looks so good. Close.
Just on the ball movements.
Oh man, he just looks so good.
It's nice to have some players in the Jet squad finally up front that aren't afraid to take on a player.
Yeah.
It's something we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, he's definitely not afraid. He's definitely not afraid. He'll definitely take on anyone, and obviously the biggest
creativity.
Yeah, Yule's class. Yule's he's pretty, as I said, he's electric and stuff like that. But I think Nazarene, he's different level. I think he chases everything. You know what I mean? Like he makes a mistake, he chases back. He feels that he's going to win the ball. You know what I mean? He gives everything, even if the ball he reckons is going out. You know what I mean? And we can see it's going out. He's got, no, I'm going for it anyway. So it's good to see a bit of urgency. It's good to see somebody at the club, obviously, who, again, is there trying to improve his game to obviously to get to the next level. You know what I mean? We've definitely had some players in the past who were just happy to coast and just, no worries. We'll just sit here and I'll enjoy my football because it may, God knows when it might end, but he's thinking next level. You know what I mean? He's thinking in his head.
Yeah.
And
he wants to be at the top.
That's it. He wants to be at the top of the food chain, and this is a stepping stone, unfortunately for us, but it's a stepping stone for him to get to a bigger club and, better his career. So
by a bigger club, we don't mean Western Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was a dog shot.
Sorry,
leave a beanie alone. Leave him alone.
I was referring to Stevie, but anyway.
Oh, Stevie.
He's a good servant.
Leave Stevie alone, mate. He's frigging a good bloke. He's been a great servant to the club. And at the end of the day, frigging, if he wants to leave at the end of the year, that's fine. You know what I mean? He's well within his right. He's earned the respect of every fan here. And I think every fan who wants to bag him out should be ashamed of themselves, because at the end of the day, he's done everything he possibly can for the club.
Oh, yeah.
If Boogs was to retire and he was to stay on, he is the next Jets captain as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
But it is what it is. He'll move on to Western Sydney next year and we'll beat them again next year and prove that silly mistake. Obviously, mate, as I said, we're not going to keep you here for too long, mate. As I said to the fans, we just wanted to sort of get you on, see how things have been travelling and stuff like that in camp. Deansy's in camp, doing a great job as always as interim. He floats around every year.
Yeah, definitely.
Taking up positions wherever he's needed. So, you can't fault him for that. But the thing I want to get out of you, mate, as I said, I'm not going to go into all the hype that everyone's been going on about Gary Van Egmond being coach and stuff like that. I know he's been down at training, helping you guys out. How's it been to have him, a coach of his calibre, let's be honest, A-League winning coach for the Jets? He's done everything up to the Socceroos level and stuff like that. What's he been like?
Well, Gary, he has been at training. Yep. He's just been watching though while Deansy takes it.
Yep.
But I've worked under him with the young Socceroos.
Yep.
And he's a very intelligent coach.
Yeah.
He's he knows a lot about the game.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes everyone to their limits.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the type of coach that tries to squeeze that extra 1% out of each player.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I totally admire him as a coach.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if he's not doing much at the moment, he's out of work, or again just lives in Newcastle. So let's take the advantage. Even as you said, even if he's just sort of sitting in the background, lurking around and stuff like that, even having a chat to him, I suppose, as a player, he would be, he'd be just so good after training just to sit down and, he's the type of bloke. He's the type of bloke who's, he's always going to give his 2 cents worth. You know what I mean?
I've got a good relationship with him.
Yeah, that's it. You've done well, and this is where I feel you should, you might be able to improve, la-di-da, whatever. He's just that type of bloke who, as you said, just wants the best out of the players. So
yeah, and he's always offered for. I do many individual analysis sessions with him because I know he wants to get the best out of me, which
good.
I'm very grateful for that.
And that's it. And at the end of the day, friggin' whether he is or he isn't the coach, at the end of the day, Jets fans, just having a bloke like that around the club is fantastic. And that's the biggest thing, obviously, with everything that's happened recently with the new owners coming in, and obviously now we've got Shane coming in, obviously, as well. It's everyone thought obviously Laurie was out. Oh, that's it. He's done. He's not going anywhere. Yeah. Again, even if he, let's just say hypothetically, he lost the CEO gig or whatever it is, you don't want him out of the club. You know what I mean? A bloke like Laurie McKenna around the club is no different to your Gary Van Egmonts and stuff like that. They're just so full of knowledge and just want the best out of the play. You guys, obviously, male and female. At the club, they'll do anything they can to make you guys better players at the end of the day. So honestly, mate, we're going to leave it there. The only thing I've got the only thing I've got to say is obviously good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
Hopefully another start. That'd be nice. Deansy on the left.
Yeah. Well, Hoffy's looking really good.
Yeah.
So is Johnny Conchumbus.
I was going to say, friggin' Johnny's missed a couple, so he's on the mend. That's good.
Yeah.
Looks like Matty Miller might be on the way back as well. So, another bit of strength in the back line there, which is a good thing. Obviously, I'm sure it's a shame for him. I'm sure he would have liked to stay in England. Obviously, it's
disappointing for him. But,
every footballer wants to be overseas, but at the end of the day, I'm sure he's picked up so much knowledge. On top of COVID.
Yeah, poor bloke.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's come back with millions of stories of what it's like to be dealing with COVID in England. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, mate. As I said, I hope you have a ripper on Sunday.
Thank you.
Whether it is off the bench or a starting spot, mate, friggin' cement that spot. And we thank you very much for giving up a bit of your time today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. You take it easy.
All right. Thank you very much.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Well, there you have it, guys. Big thanks to Lucas for jumping on, giving us a little bit of his time to give us a bit of an insight into obviously what's going on at training and obviously how things have been going after the past two games. Be sure to get down there on Sunday, 4:05 kickoff. I was going to say 4 o'clock, but I'm pretty sure it's a weird, bizarre kickoff. 4:05 kickoff. Be sure to hang around after the game. It is a double header. Cheer on the girls. They need it as much as the boys do. Hopefully we can bring away through. Yeah, and that's it. I think both teams, deserve a win. Neither of them have been playing terrible football. Granted, obviously, the girls last week, they were definitely a class behind. But it's not, it's coming. It's coming, Jets fans. The wins are coming. Hopefully two, a double header. The boys win at 4 o'clock and then the girls win at 6. So, yeah, be sure, get down there. I have no idea what's going on with all the freaking ticketing dramas and shit like that. But if you're members and stuff like that,
look, guys, when it comes to the ticketing dramas and that side of things, if in doubt, ring membership.
That's it. Email the club. It's all
ring or email the membership line, and they'll get back to you. From what I've read, they're open to receiving calls and emails about sorting that sort of stuff out at the moment.
That's it. That's it. I'm pretty sure you can call. Previous experiences, though, guys, emails is usually pretty quick. Just an FYI. But other than that, guys, we're going to leave it there. As we said, we thank Lucas. We do thank Tara for yesterday for jumping on and giving a bit of her time as well. Monday night, do not miss it, guys. We have the voice, the commentator of Australian football, the legend himself, Simon Hill, joining us on Monday night to obviously talk a bit of football, a bit of A-League, and obviously the world game in general, I suppose. It's what better person not to talk about the world of football in general than Simon Hill. He knows it in and out. He's a legend. Somebody we need in commentating. So Fox Sports, pull your finger out. If you're going to take on the role, give him the job. If you aren't, whoever else is out there in bidding world for the friggin' A-League, sign him up because we want him back.
Yeah.
We want the voice back. So, but yeah, be sure to check that out. That'll be 7 o'clock Monday night. Be sure to go subscribe on the YouTube side. We've just ticked over 200 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed over the last couple of years that we've been sort of doing this. We can't do it without you guys, so thank you very much. Thanks to Gabriel Mark Optometrist once again for being our major sponsor. Be sure to go down and check those guys. It is muchly appreciated. And other than that, we'll catch you guys Monday. Enjoy the games on Sunday and obviously the following Wednesday as well against Brisbane Roar. But until then, guys, we'll catch you guys later. And as always, we hate Coast Scum.